What is up, YouTube? James Baek here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC 17 back-to-back battles. Today we have Dracov's team, which he used in the April International Challenge. It's a bit of an old team, but it's pretty fun. Not gonna lie, it's pretty fun. We got the Slowpoke, Smeargle, Hariyama, Torkoal, Lilligant, and Nihilego. Now, let us get straight into the games, I feel like. Yeah, pretty much that's all I have to say. Just finished recording the last episode. I'm doing one more for today, and we'll see how this goes. So if you haven't watched the last episode or any of the previous episodes, I highly recommend go checking them out. But we got Joshua already for the United States, 1645 rating, with the team of Tapu Fini, Arcanine, Kartana, Togedemaru, Porygon 2, and the Gigalith. Now this should be interesting. Looks like fake PG once again. So, yeah. Fake PG, huh. Like, Gigalith's a bit annoying. Of course, Torkoal, like, I don't feel like the matchup's too bad, though. Although, what's annoying is potentially that Togedemaru. That Togedemaru could be really annoying for this team. This team is extremely weak to Hariyama. If I can get Hariyama set up. So, there's a bunch of potential win conditions I have here. I think you would lead, what, Togedemaru, Tapu Fini probably? Maybe Arcanine, Togedemaru. I could definitely see both of those as potential leads. Yeah, what do I want to do here is the question. There are many potential options I have. Let's see. I could go for, I think the 4 Pokemon I do want to bring are Slowpoke, the Torkoal, Hariyama, and Lilligant. I could bring the Nihilego, but I don't feel like Nihilego's too worth it in this game. I think I want to go Slowpoke, Hariyama as the lead, Torkoal, Lilligant in the back as an option. But we'll see here. I don't want to go straight off with Torkoal, Lilligant. It's just, I don't feel like it's a solid lead here. I definitely don't feel like it's a solid lead. 1, there's the Gigalith. 2, there's, you know, potential for my opponent just to lead like Arcanine, Togedemaru, which could put that in a bad position. I really just don't like leading Torkoal, Lilligant whenever I do have it. Which is ironic, sort of. And I don't even have top. Maybe if I had a Tapu Lele, because then you could sleep powder past terrain mons. But yeah, on this team I don't think so. So it's gonna be Togedemaru, Kartana. Okay, that's pretty interesting. This is actually gonna work out spectacularly in my favor. I feel like, because, or not, because you could Bloom Doom. Yeah, you could Bloom Doom. The Slowpoke, I just realized, and I can't protect, so I guess I'll just. I'm actually really surprised my opponent led this into potential sun. I guess what I'll do is go double switch here. Yeah, I'll just double switch here. I'll just double switch Torkoal and the Lilligant. Lilligant will take the Bloom Doom. I don't think you sub in this position. One, Kartana is not exactly the best Pokemon. Well, I guess you could sub Fake Out potentially. I don't know what that really gets you though. I do think it's Bloom Doom going to be coming out and a Fake Out into the, yep, so Fake Out's going to come out, yep, into the Hariyama, and I'm pretty sure Bloom Doom's going to follow. This might be turning down the Hariyama for sure. That's definitely a potential option. Although, right here, it's not looking too bad, because I already wasted my opponent's Z-move. It is the Bloom Doom. That shouldn't knock out Lilligant. If this actually does knock out Lilligant, it definitely won't pick up the knockout on Torkoal. I know that for a fact. But this actually picks up the knockout on Lilligant. We're in a bit of trouble here. So, it's going to be the Lilligant slot, so let's see how much it's gonna do. Okay, yeah, it doesn't pick up the knockout. I was just about to say. Now, I could Bloom Doom the Kartana slot, anticipating the switch into, because after Eruption is just such a free play here. I do feel like my opponent could just switch into the I do feel like my opponent could just switch out, which is why I think I do want to Bloom Doom that slot. I don't think he switch out Togedemaru, because I think he Spike his Shield here. But we'll see here. I'm just going to Eruption here, as Kartana actually just goes straight for the Protect. Okay. I do go for the Bloom Doom. I should have after you the Eruption. Maybe, did my opponent not bring Gigalith or something? Oh no, I will be able to get the Bloom Doom, so I break nothing. I just do a lot of damage to Kartana. Well, not a lot. It's quad resistant, but it's weak against special attacks. But it's 25%, so maybe 25%? No, not even close. Okay. And we're going to see what the Encore. into the Lilligant, but I haven't used the Z move. Okay, that's interesting. That's great because I do get the Eruption off into the Togedemaru. That's great. That's actually great. So Encore, I don't know if Zingzat would have been able to pick up the knockout. Maybe my opponent was thinking that, potentially. But yeah, I can after you here, and I think Eruption, because then my opponent's just going to allow me to potentially pick up a knockout or two. I will go for it. As Kartana switches out now, okay, so Gigalith, Tapu Fini, okay, that's fine. Leaf Storm would have been pretty free into the slot, but maybe Togedemaru's trying to go for the knockout onto Logan slot. But this will allow me to get a lot of free damage off, but it looks like Togedemaru is also switching out into the Gigalith. Okay, I don't feel too bad about that actually, so that is not bad here. That really isn't bad for me here. We already saw the Kartana waste the Z move, so that's okay here. And I do go for the Eruption here, which is going to get some, you know, a bit of chip damage, which is not terrible. That did nothing because we're not in the sun. And Torkoal, did Torkoal take a bit of chip? I don't think it did. The sand is gonna activate, so yeah, I did take a bit of chip because of the fake out. Okay, so that's fine. I feel like the best play here is just to Leaf Storm the Tapu Fini slot and go out into my Hariyama here. I feel like that's the safest play no matter what. Because if Tapu Fini specs, I can get rid of it. They're usually specs or Calm Mind with Togedemaru. I think it's specs on this one, because that's the more common one. As we do connect with the Leaf Storm nice, so we are able to pick up the knockout onto the Tapu Fini. And now Hariyama's looking like in a solid position, because that was the main Pokemon that could deal with the Hariyama. So this is looking not bad at all. Rockslide is probably going to be coming out here. Yep. As Hariyama is going to be able to survive that and take that with relative ease. I go into Slowpoke here, and I go for a fake out. If Togedemaru wants to come in, that's fine. I could always just close combat the Gigalith and Trick Room, I feel like, which is definitely a solid play. I think I have. Yeah, I'm gonna go into Slowpoke. Slowpoke. As we are gonna get Slowpoke. Have you ever heard the Slowpoke song, by the way? If like anyone has actually went on the Pokemon website, have you actually listened to the Slowpoke song? It's kind of weird. It was weird. It was definitely weird the first time I heard it. Well, right here, I'm pretty sure Fake Out's gonna come out. I don't know which slot's starting, but one, I'm gonna go for Trick Room anyway, and just a close combat into the Gigalith. I could potentially just Heal Pulse too, which is not a bad play actually. I could definitely see Togedemaru trying to go for the Fake Out here, or the Encore. There's so many different plays my opponent can make. I do want to go for close combat. No, actually no. Heal Pulse is actually risk-free here. And a close combat. Yeah. I don't want to Trick Room up in case my opponent goes for the Fake Out into Hariyama. So we are going to see the Fake Out. It is going to target on the Hariyama. And I don't want Gigalith like being able to outspeed in like... Ooh, Curse. Okay. That makes the... Actually, that makes the game a lot harder. That actually makes the game a lot harder. Not gonna lie. So Gigalith gets its attack boost. I didn't go for Fake Out, obviously. And I do get the Heal Pulse off. So I do get to heal quite a bit. Okay. Let's see. This Gigalith still can't pick up the KO on me, which is like the one important note here. And yeah, I don't know what my opponent's gonna do here. I think I don't want to Trick Room here. Obviously, Feint is fine here, I guess. There's so many different options for my opponent, though. The Curse was a really good play here. Maybe I Sunny Day here. No, I shouldn't Sunny Day. I think I Heal Pulse again the Hariyama and just close combat for damage onto the Gigalith. Maybe my opponent goes for Zingzap. Yeah, Zingzap. Gonna go for the flinch here. Oh, or just go into Slowpoke, which is fine as well. As we do get the close combat off, this will target down the Gigalith, and this will do a massive amount of damage. And actually, I don't like my position if I do get the Heal Pulse off. Well, actually, I don't think it matters. I'm at full, aren't I? No, I took a bit of chip from the hail. But now this is actually pretty good because right here I can go... let's see what Gigalith goes for. Another Curse. Wow, my man is just like... My man's calling me out. My man's calling me out right here. So... You got that. But I don't know if... Yeah, I just don't know what that really does. Because I could Feint here. Yeah, I could just Feint. I'm going to Heal Pulse here. And Feint the Togedemaru. Because I really doubt Kartana, I guess, could come out in Fury. Do I want to go? Like, the problem is I want to prevent a position where Kartana comes in, protects, but I also want to prevent the fact that my opponent can flinch me. Actually, Surf. Can Surf pick up the knockout on Gigalith? We'll find out here. I'm going to close combat the Togedemaru, covering the Kartana switch. And, yeah, so we're going to see Protect here. I could have fainted, but we'll see here. We are just going to see the Zing Zap here, and it's going to come out into the Slowpoke. So that's fine. That's honestly fine. Because unless this is a Cursed Wide Guard set, which is very uncommon on this variant of team. I mean, it's possible, but it's very uncommon on this variant of team. They usually run Rockium Stone Edge. Dual Z move, so Togedemaru does go down. I'm able to get my... And Sand disappears, so this is the Terrain. And I get my Flame Orb, so... Nice, nice, nice. I get Torkoal in. And I think Eruption should be able to pick up the knockout with the Feint combination into that Gigalith, which I will definitely go for. Like, I know Gigalith is protected, so most likely won't. But Eruption will definitely be able to knock out Kartana with the Flame Orb. I think even if Kartana goes for a Sacred Sword, unless you crit me, I should be able to pick up the knockout on Gigalith. And I'm pretty sure you go... I'm pretty sure you go for the... Well, no matter what, it's like really hard. I think you have to go for the crit on Torkoal, but we'll see here. I'm just gonna Feint plus Eruption here in case there's Wide Guard potential, because yeah, Feint does cover the Wide Guard option. So Feint gonna go out into the Gigalith, as that does absolutely nothing, as we are gonna see the Leaf Blade come out, and that targets down the Hariyama. And Torkoal should be faster than the Gigalith because the Gigalith is at -2 special, well, -2 speed. Why did I think it was special? But Eruption's gonna come out, and that will be able to pick up the knock on Kartana, and it should be able to pick up the knockout on Gigalith, and that'll be good game. So the end game, you know, I had a bit of time struggling, but I knew like what I wanted to do in Fury. It was just, I'm just really glad I didn't stop Trick Room when I could have, because I thought those guys I might have actually been able to knock out Gigalith. Well, it would have if it didn't get the curse. Like, Fake Out Curse was a good play for my opponent. The second curse was interesting. I'm trying to wonder what my opponent was trying to do there for that second curse. Because I definitely wasn't setting up Trick Room. We weren't going to survive an attack. I don't know, maybe just go for the Rock Slide? Like, what if my opponent went for the Rock Slide? I guess I get Torkoal in? And then I could Feint Solar Beam. So no matter what, I feel like... or Feint Eruption. Because he was already low at that point. So I think no matter what, I was like, alright. Because like, it played out kind of how I wanted, to be honest, that game. It was just me trying to call out the Tapu Fini. It was Specs most likely, so it did. And if it wasn't Specs, I'm pretty sure it was Specs on that team. Usually they run Specs with Togedemaru, so I thought, okay, I can get the Leaf Storm off. If not, I could probably just Trick Room the following turn and just start sweeping with my Torkoal potentially. Might not have worked out though if Gigalith did carry Curse. So I don't know, could have been a very hard end game if Tapu Fini potentially switched out or Protects happened. But yeah, luckily it worked. VGC Rich Rock from the United States will be our last opponent with the team of... Oh, this is Ashen's team. This is like Ashen's... What was it? I think it was Virginia. Yeah, this was Virginia. This is a speed swap team. And we're facing Torkoal Lilligant mirrors. This should be fun. We got Torkoal Lilligant, the Emolga, Snorlax, Mimikyu. I think I said all 6 of the Pokemon. I don't know if I did. But yeah, that's basically the gist of it. How I want to play this game is really confusing because I don't know exactly how I want to play this game, to be completely honest. I feel like I'm not going to have much luck in the Torkoal Lilligant mirror. Let me see what my speed stats are. What's my speed stat? 134. This isn't even max speed. Okay, this is bulk. So Torkoal Lilligant mode is definitely not there. I could be playing speed games, but I'd rather go Smeargle plus Nihilego here with, I think, Torkoal Slowpoke in the back. Yeah, I think that's the most solid option here, because it's just gonna be depending on what my opponent leads here. If it's Mimikyu Snorlax, could be a bit questionable. If I remember correctly, the Mimikyu was slow at least, and it didn't carry Taunt, so at least I could Spore that slot. But everything else, it's going to be hard. I don't remember Molga's base speed too. I think it's slow. As we do see the Torkoal plus Lilligant lead here. If I remember, it's Bloom Doom on the Lilligant, so that's not too bad for me. I could probably just... the problem is like Sleep Powder, like blind Sleep Powder. Like Sleep Powder is just a thing. But I'm not sure my opponent's going to expect me to target that slot. Like, there's so many plays my opponent could make. One, protect, switch out into Lele potentially. Two, there could be... there's just so many options. I definitely see Lele coming in, to be honest. But you could go for Eruption here. I'm just going to Sludge Bomb that slot. You know what? I'm going to go for it. As we do see Torkoal switch out, and I'm pretty sure that's a Lele. Yeah, so it depends on what kind of Lilligant that is. And if it is the Bloom Doom, like Gracium, it makes it so much easier. Because Ashen's a huge fan of that. So, yeah, I'm not going to fall for it. I'm just going to follow me because I never risked a fake out on a Lele switching. I played Sun. I played Ashen a bunch of times with Sun. And nice, he misses a Sleep Powder. That's so crucial, actually. As I do get the Sludge Bomb. And that does pick up the knockout on Lilligant, so that's huge. I think my opponent wants to Sleep Powder the Nihilego. If you Sleep Powder the Smeargle there, that prevents me from following me a potential Scarf Lele, but I'm pretty sure this was Sash. I mean, not Sash. What's it called? Specs. So Torkoal's gonna come out here. I guess I get to find out what kind of Lele it is right now. So please follow me here. Power Gem, because even if the Lele Scarf, that's good information because Power Gem prevents Torkoal from knocking out my Smeargle. Smeargle's gonna hang on the Sash, and next turn I could just follow me Sludge Bomb the Lele slot. So that is really nice here. This is really nice here. Torkoal's gonna protect. Let's find out what kind of Lele you are. Follow me is gonna come out. Are you Scarf? Are you Specs? What is your answer? Looks like your Specs. Perfect. Perfect. Psychic's gonna come out, target down the Smeargle, and I can Spore the Torkoal slot and Sludge Bomb the Lele. Yeah, everything's coming in. Everything. I can see the end. I can actually see the end here. So, yeah. Sludge Bomb in a Lele. Let's see what the last Pokemon is, though. Snorlax could be a bit annoying. We're gonna see Torkoal Withdrawal, which is even better for me, because one, I get the Beast Boost from the Lele, unless it's a random Sash or like one of the Poison Berries. But I get a free Spore here into the Snorlax. And I get to knock out the top of Lele. The reason why I want to do this is one, Lele could protect if it does carry protect, sure. But then Torkoal falls asleep. So no matter what, I'm in an okay position here. And yeah, I could just Sludge Bomb the following turn, to be honest. And Spore is going to come out into that Snorlax. Good night, Snorlax. Good night, good night, good night. Snorlax doesn't get spread. Well, it gets Earthquake. But I really don't think you're carrying Earthquake here. So I will just go for the... I can't faint. I was going to faint Power Gem, but I realized I can't. If my opponent wants any momentum... My opponent wants any momentum. I could see you trying to take a sleep turn here. I actually think the play is to follow me Power Gem. Because I want the +3 with Nihilego before I start attacking the Snorlax. Torkoal's going to protect, which is fine here. What I thought my opponent was going to try to do with there was like try to take the sleep turn, expecting the Spore, maybe expecting the Sludge Bomb from my Nihilego into the Snorlax. And then hope you can protect next turn and Snorlax maybe wakes up. So that was my thought process. I mean, no matter what, like, I don't really need to damage on Snorlax right now. As I'll just go for Follow Me again in Power Gem. Yeah. Torkoal's going to go for a double. It actually does get it, so maybe Snorlax wakes up. Maybe my opponent does have a chance here. So, I'll Follow Me here. Maybe I should have went for the Spore and Sludge Bomb. But then again, I don't want to risk high horsepower in a Nihilego because then Torkoal could be really annoying here. Snorlax wakes up, gets the return off into the Smeargle, which is going to be able to pick up the knockout here. And, ooh, this game could get a bit dicey. This game could definitely get a bit dicey here. I guess I will go out into my Slowpoke. No, I go into Torkoal, because Torkoal can fire off an Eruption, and I can at least weaken the Snorlax. Yeah. So unless maybe my opponent gets a triple protect, that's like the only way my opponent can like how I can see like really give me a hard time. But I'll go for Eruption here. And Sludge Bomb. No, Power Gem. Power Gem did Torkoal. So let's see if my opponent goes for the triple one, gets it. Because what I'm thinking of is, okay, you didn't get the triple, nice. I'm pretty sure that's high horsepower then. So I do get the Power Gem off, which will allow a single target Eruption to come out into this Snorlax. Of course, there is the fact that high horsepower can miss. There's always that option. So if you get triple attacked, at least miss a high horsepower for me. That's what I was gonna say. But return actually, so maybe this variant, maybe a bit of a change up from Ashton's team, doesn't carry the high horsepower. So Eruption is gonna come out into the Snorlax, and that does still really good damage under Sun. 60%. I think +2 would have been will be able to knock out this variant of Snorlax. That means they would have like no HP investment. Oh. Okay, I'm trying to think here. Like, I'm trying to do the damage calc in my head. Maybe I'm, like, really off for some reason. But, yeah, just gonna go fire for Sludge Bomb and Eruption. There's no reason not to. Snorlax cannot beat this because the fact they can't recycle stall me. And that just went down. That was a +3 life orb Sludge Bomb. Nihilego putting in that work. And we will pick up the win against VGC Rich Rock. So, nice. Yeah, the Torkoal Lilligant mirrors, the Lilycole mirrors, kind of frustrating depending on how I play it. Like, Nihilego just gives me the edge in the matchup. Like, Nihilego Smeargle, because the fact is, well, also the fact you're not Sash Lilligant. If it was Sash Lilligant, would have been extremely hard to deal with. But since he was Gracium, I was just able to pick up the knockout, which just gave me so much momentum right there. The Sleep Powder miss was huge, not gonna lie. But hey, it's 75% accurate. We all have to deal with it, especially if you're using Sun. Even if I was put to sleep there, I mean, like, I still think that Nihilego was going to be able to take a KO and Snorlax wouldn't be able to do much damage. I think you would have to have high horsepower on Snorlax, which I'm not sure my opponent has at this rate. Well, my last opponent did. But Edson from, I don't remember. I didn't get to see. We got Snorlax, Marowak, Tapu Fini, Mimikyu, Celesteela, and Garchomp. So I don't know how I want to handle this matchup, to be honest. Hariyama does have knockoffs, so I can't exactly pick up KOs. Celesteela is kind of annoying. Actually, there are ways I can handle this. Yeah, there are definitely ways I can handle it. But how do I want to handle this game is the question. I think I want to go Nihilego Smeargle once again. Too bad I don't have Fake Out on this one. I could, if it's Scarf Garchomp though. Oh, jeez, if it's Scarf Garchomp. Actually, maybe Lilycole is the better lead here. I think Lilycole is the better lead here. Although I really don't feel like I want to lead it. I feel like it's the best option here. I think I have Nihilego in the back. And Hariyama? Slowpoke with Heal Pulse doesn't make sense, but Hariyama can pick up the knockout on Snorlax. We'll see how this goes. This is going to be a real interesting one. I can tell you that much for sure, people. This is definitely going to be an interesting one. There are so many factors that can go into this game. It really depends on what my lead. So, I was going to lead Nihilego Smeargle, but I don't have Wide Guard. Plus the fact that if it's Scarf Garchomp, it blows me out of water. So, there's no point. Lilligant can outspeed Scarf Garchomp and at least, you know, pick up some with Bloom Doom and, you know, Sleep Powder and stuff. But yeah, I'm not going to go for Sleep Powder. What I will do here, though, is go for a Leaf Storm. Well, Bloom Doom into the Torkoal, as well as an Eruption, because I am going to try to get rid of that Snorlax as fast as I can, because of the fact we saw in the last episode that Snorlax is such a specially defensive monster that I need damage off onto Snorlax before I can do anything. I am playing very aggressively with my Torkoal, which is probably not the best thing, because Torkoal is my best answer to Celesteela, although I do have Guts Hariyama, which Guts Hariyama can do a lot of work against. I'll be able to break the skies, get a lot of damage off onto the Torkoal. Could be Never Ending Nightmare though, I guess, from the Never Ending Nightmare plus High Horsepower. I actually might be able to pick up the knockout, but I didn't want to go for Sleep Powder. I think Sleep Powder is not the best play here, just because of the fact that if it is the Sleep Powder, like Tapu Fini could have always switched in. So I will just go for the Bloom Doom here. Maybe Heat Wave was the safer option. Maybe in retrospect Heat Wave, but we'll see here. I do think I might be able to get the Eruption off, as Bloom Doom does a clean 75%. So if it Belly Drums here, that's a mistake here. Psych Up. What? 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 You Belly Drummed? What? What? What's going on? Someone help. What? So, yeah. Mimikyu's not slower than Snorlax, so it's not able to copy the stats. Snorlax goes for the Belly Drum. It's weakened, so it does go down. Snorlax goes down. Mimikyu's disguise is broken. I got basically free. Of course, basically free damage off. A free knockout, basically, there. And I don't know what's going to happen next. Of course, Scarf Garchomp can come back in this game. It definitely can. Which is like the one thing I'm actually scared of in this game is a Scarf Garchomp. Hariyama, I guess, can handle Scarf Garchomp since it does take one Earthquake and can fire off a Guts close combat. But wow. Just wow. Stunning. Stunning. Yeah, so Garchomp will probably come out. I would assume Garchomp comes out here. Celesteal, if it's in the back, you definitely don't bring it out here. And I guess I'll switch out to Torkoal, go out into... Who would I go out into? It's actually going to be Marowak on the field, which is okay here. Like, I'm trying to think, how do I lose this? If Tapu Fini's in the back and switches out to prevent Sleep Powder, I mean, that's pretty much okay, I feel like, because of the fact Nihilego probably wins against my opponent's team then. So I'll just go for the Sleep Powder here. Yeah, I'll just Sleep Powder and Eruption. I don't care if Tapu Fini's in the back. I get a free switch into my, yeah, I just get a free switch into my Nihilego at this point. Yeah, Tapu Fini's in the back. Okay. So my opponent didn't bring Garchomp, which is really, really good. And since the Sun Up, Tapu Fini won't be able to do much damage. And the fact is, I do have Solar Beam for that Tapu Fini, as Flare Blitz is going to come out, and that's chip damage onto that Marowak, and Flare Blitz is going to go off into that Lilligant, pick up the knockout. But again, my Nihilego is just looking so good right here, as look at all that chip damage that Marowak has taken. I will be able to get an Eruption off. I could have Leaf Stormed that slot into the Mimikyu. It was sort of obvious, yet I really didn't need to, because the game position I want is one. If I Sleep Powder and my opponent didn't have Tapu Fini in the back or didn't make that switch, if I did hit on Marowak, it was a 2 KO Eruption, it looks like. So I would have just been able to Eruption, Sleep Powder. It taking his first turn, I'd be able to after use Sleep Powder once again, and there's nothing my opponent could do, unless maybe my opponent damaged the Torkoal. But yeah, right here, free Power Gem into the Marowak slot, and a Solar Beam, and Tapu Fini goes for a Muddy Water. It's going to activate my weakness policy, unless the accuracy drops happen. Yeah, that's the only way. So let's see here. Specs won't knock me out even with a crit in the sun, unless it's Hydro Pump, I guess. Swagger, protect Swagger, okay. Let's see if Solar Beam can actually knock out the Tapu Fini though. It's not boosted this turn, so let's see how much it's going to do. We'll just pick up the knockout onto Tapu Fini. Does look like it will with a critical hit. Might have mattered. But to be honest, I think Tapu Fini was going to be fine, like, staying in, because one, Tapu Fini, if it's a Swagger variant, it really can't do much. The only thing that would have really affected this game would have been Muddy Water and an accuracy drops. That's the only way it would have actually, like, impacted. So right here, I can go for Eruption and Power Gem. It's just very free play. Mimikyu can't really do much. Never Ending Nightmare, sure. Eruption's still going to be doing a lot of damage no matter what. I still have my Hariyama in the back with Heavy Slam. And yeah, my opponent's just going to let me be able to pick up the knockout Marowak, so Marowak is going to go down with another crit, but yeah, that crit definitely didn't matter here. And let's see what the Mimikyu goes for. Maybe it does have the Z move. We haven't seen the Z move from my opponent. It's just going to be a Psych Up once again. So this person really likes getting the attack boost here with the Swagger on the... Oh, it's Focus Sash. Okay, that's interesting. Focus Sash was definitely interesting, but yeah, Nihilego just cleans up this game. I'm able to Power Gem and Eruption, and that'll be a good game to my opponent. So yeah, the Psych Up turn 1 was definitely an interesting. I don't know, I still can't comprehend. Maybe it was a misclick. Like, that's the only reason I could see. Like, it being a misclick. That's like the only reason I can actually see that. Yeah, but I don't think it really changed much because my opponent was pretty much trapped there. Unless maybe Snorlax protected. That was like the only thing that could have been really bad for me if Snorlax protected. But I would have been able to get a Belly Drum up. I would have still been in a good position. Let's say Mimikyu goes for Trick Room there. I'm able to Bloom Doom Eruption. He goes for Belly Drum there. And then I'm able to outspeed and get an Eruption the following turn. And I could just double up the Mimikyu for Eruption plus Leaf Storm that turn because it would knock out Snorlax. And the fact I would be able to get rid of that. What's it called? Would have been able to get rid of Mimikyu or Tapu Fini on the switch in. And Marowak would have taken a beating, so you can't exactly use that as an option. And I don't know, like the thing that could have really scared me though, like the potential thing that it could potentially lose to was my opponent getting Trick Room up and Marowak coming in early and just being able to sweep, because not having Protect on anything but Torkoal is scary. Because Marowak picks up a knockout on Lilligant, maybe the Nihilego. I think Shadow Ball might be able to knock it out if it's max attack, or just maybe Boomerang or Earthquake. And Hariyama goes down to the Sun Boosted Flare Blitz. So yeah, as we fight a Japanese player with this very famous team, Tapu Koko, the Tapu Lele, Kartana, Mandibuzz, the Garchomp, and the Arcanine. So very, very well known team. This is probably the most used team on Battle Spot Ladder to date. And yeah, this should definitely be an interesting one, to say the least. Sun is not that great here, to be honest. Like, after your Eruption can knock out a lot of stuff, and Bloom Doom does pick up knockouts, yet I don't feel like it's solid. One, that's AV Arcanine, so that's kind of bad for the team. Especially since I think it lives one Nihilego's attack and can bulldoze off. Get a bulldoze off. I feel like the play is to lead Smeargle Slowpoke with Hariyama plus Torkoal in the back. I think that's the most solid option. I think the way I win this is I have to get like massive damage on Pokemon. Did I bring Hariyama? I was supposed to bring Nihilego. Well, I guess it's not too bad. Guts close combat can pick up knockouts, so I guess it's not too bad. Yeah, Garchomp's gonna be annoying though. Like, I have to figure out a way past Garchomp, because that Garchomp's extremely bulky. I didn't realize I brought Hariyama. The play was to bring the Nihilego there for the Garchomp, but yeah, that's not gonna work, obviously. So we're gonna see Lele Kartana here. It is Scarf on the Kartana. I don't remember what kind of Lele this was. Pretty sure Leaf Blade's gonna come out into the Slowpoke saw, and maybe a taunt. I'm just gonna follow me. Hope my opponent decides to pick up the knockout here, because then I'd be get the free switch into Torkoal. I don't remember this as taunt, but you know, go for it anyway, because I have to at this point. So let's see. It is gonna be the follow me here, coming out, and I really do hope my opponent double targeted. Oh, Razor Leaf. All right, it gets that. Did you expect Dazzling Gleam? I don't think you did. No, it's just a Psychic. Okay. That could have been really bad there. That could have been extremely bad there. But Smeargle goes down here, which is completely fine because I do get my Trick Room up. It was Life Orb Tapu Lele. I just don't remember if it had Taunt or not. I think it had Dazzle. It might have Dazzling Gleam, or maybe it was T-Bolt. It was one of those two, I think. So I get the free switch into my Torkoal, and I get to Surf plus Eruption, because I'll be able to knock out the Kartana. I'll be able to knock out the Lele. There's just so many options I have here. And what I'll do here is just go for the Surf plus Eruption, because it will be able to pick up a knockout or a 2 KO anything on my opponent's team. Like, if it doesn't 2 and knock out Garchomp, then I'm really depressed right now. But Kartana Scarf, so it's forced to switch out or be sacked to the Eruption here, as it looks like something is going to be 2 KO'd by this Eruption here. Looks like it's going to be Garchomp. And Lele protects? Yep. So I get free damage on this Garchomp, which is really solid here. So let's see. If this doesn't pick up the knock on Garchomp though, this could be a bit of an issue. Let's see here. Surf is going to come out into the Garchomp. That's, you know, a little bit of chip. Did I crit my own Torkoal? That's actually... Will that actually affect the damage calc? It might. We'll see here. Eruption's going to come out. This is a really bulky Garchomp, I know that for a fact. Okay, it doesn't really change the knockout. And nothing had Sash on my opponent's team. And the only thing that could really take another hit is the Mandibus or Arcanine, so maybe a double protect or a switch out to there. But that's just everything getting weakened basically on my opponent's team. And I'll go for a Heal Pulse Eruption here. No matter what, it's a very safe play. And I'll be able to get full powers Eruptions off once again. So Kartana's going to be sacked here, which is smart. Because Kartana's really not doing much on my opponent's team. As we do see the Garchomp go for the Protect here. As I'll be able to Heal Pulse my Torkoal. So my Torkoal is going to be at full and going to be able to dish out the guaranteed 150 base power Eruptions here into the Kartana. Well, it's not 150 because of the fact, you know, spread. Actually, maybe that probably affected the calc. I think it might have been affecting the calc. Maybe that's the calc. That's what's affecting me. Oh well. Like in the previous games. But I do knock out the Kartana there. That's one Pokemon that can revenge KO once Trick Room is over. Arcanine's gonna come out. How many turns of Psychic Terrain are left? I guess that's a question. There are 2 turns of everything on the field. Eruption's gonna be able to knock out the Garchomp slot. And yeah, I don't really see anything my opponent can really do here. So I'm just gonna Heal Pulse again and Eruption because I'm pretty sure Garchomp might be sacked here. Maybe go for the double. Or you're gonna keep Garchomp. Okay. I'd rather have Lele be sacked here. I am okay with that. I am honestly okay with that. Eruption's gonna go into this Lele as well as this Arcanine. This is AV Arcanine, but this is Eruption the Sun. Wow, that's not a 2 KO. Very impressive Arcanine, very impressive. Wild Charge is going to come out and target down the Slowpoke. That's not going to pick up the knockout, and that might be in range of my Eruption. It looks like it will be. So nice, nice, nice. That's honestly better than expected. I thought my opponent was going to go into the Torkoal. But maybe realizes, oh wait, you can Heal Pulse the following turn. Actually, no, that makes a lot of sense. You're going to prevent my Heal Pulse. But my opponent's probably just going to protect Garchomp and, I don't know. But the Wild Charge does put the Arcanine in range of Eruption. Although I don't think there's anything else you could do. Bulldoze wouldn't have done any damage basically. Flare Blitz would have put the recoil damage. Same, you can Extreme Speed and Psychic Terrain. And yeah, Wild Charge is that play. So I'm going to go into Hariyama and Eruption here because I get the Fake Out pressure the following turn. And can knock out Garchomp once again. So we are looking extremely good here. So we are going to see the Eruption come out. There's no Protects coming out from my opponent, and that's going to be able to pick up the knockout on Garchomp and Arcanine. Looks like my opponent didn't want to try. Maybe could have got the Earthquake crit if I didn't switch out to Hariyama, but I knew this was a safe play because only way my opponent could, I guess, do well is maybe then a double Protect because Trick Room wears off there. He used Protect the last turn. I can Fake Out Eruption this turn, and if he gets a double Protect then, as he DCs, then Hariyama doesn't go down. I get the Flame Orb boost. It doesn't go down to a crit Earthquake. At least I don't think it does, and I'll just be able to close combat, knock out the Garchomp, or Solar Beam, knock out the Garchomp. So either way, I had the game. But this was a really long episode, I just realized. But I hope everyone did enjoy it. If you did, please leave a like down below. It really shows the support. As well as you can check out my social medias down below. You can go give Dracop a follow if you want to go check him out, as well as you can try out the QR code team down below. I think I forgot to mention that in the last episode. You can also check out the side series on the channel, previous episodes of VGC 17 Back to Battles. If you have missed them, feel free to share this video with your friends if you think this video would be helpful or they would enjoy it, as well as feel free to say something down below in the comment section. As well as have a good day, people, because I will see you around in the next episode.